In 1937, Snow White helped to create Disney media empire. In 2025, Snow White may very well help to end it. Following the infamous meltdown, Disney enters full panic mode, finally realizing the scope of resistance to their attempts to modernize the beloved classics. Let's dive deep into the chaos that unfolded and explore the implications for Disney and its future. From the very beginning, fans were skeptical about the Snow White remake. Rumors circulated that star Rachel Zegler had a heated confrontation with critics, igniting a firestorm of discontent. As whispers of dissatisfaction grew louder, it became evident that Disney was facing a PR nightmare. What was meant to be a nostalgic reboot quickly spiraled into a cautionary tale about the dangers of alienating a loyal fan base. The film was supposed to breathe new life into a classic, but instead, it felt like a betrayal to those who cherished the original. Test audience reactions were brutal. Viewers described the pacing as awkward, the tone as inconsistent, and the overall message as preachy. Instead of capturing the magic of the original, the film felt like a forced attempt to check modern boxes. Fans who had once embraced Disney's remakes began to voice their disappointment, and the criticism transformed from mere noise into a clarion call for change. Social media exploded with reactions, and hashtags like #NotMySnowWhite began trending, showcasing the depth of the discontent. The backlash didn't just stop at social media. Critics and commentators weighed in, dissecting every aspect of the film. Some pointed out that the film's attempts to modernize the story felt heavy-handed, stripping away the charm that made the original so beloved. Others lamented the loss of the fairy tale's essence, arguing that the new version was more concerned with pushing a message than telling a captivating story. The once innocent tale of Snow White had become a battleground for cultural debates, and fans were not holding back. As the backlash escalated, Disney executives found themselves in panic mode. Bob Iger and Rachel Zegler attempted to quell the storm, urging fans to keep an open mind. But by then, the damage was done. Longtime Disney loyalists, who typically supported every remake, began to turn their backs. The shift was palpable, and it became clear that Disney could no longer ignore the discontent brewing among its audience. The studio had underestimated the power of its fan base, and now it was facing the consequences. Behind the scenes, the production was in turmoil. Reports surfaced about rewrites, reshoots, and a lack of cohesive vision. Every time the team stepped in to soften bad buzz or spin the story, it only made things more obvious that the project was struggling. Without a clear direction, the final result ended up feeling like a messy patchwork that pleased no one. The chaos surrounding Snow White became a cautionary tale for the industry, illustrating the pitfalls of trying to please everyone while losing sight of what made the original special. Now reports suggest that Disney will no longer pursue live-action remakes of its animated classics. First casualty was the highly anticipated live-action adaptation of Tangled. Fans had been eagerly awaiting this project, which promised to bring the beloved story of Rapunzel to life with a fresh perspective. However, the decision to pull the plug on Tangled reflects a broader trend of caution within Disney, signaling that the studio is reevaluating its approach to adaptations. However, the news of cancellation were also a relief for many fans after details about Disney's casting choices. In a bold move, they wanted to cast Cynthia Erivo, a talented actress known for her powerful performances, in a title role for an upcoming project, and this decision raised eyebrows among fans. While many celebrated her casting as a step toward greater representation, others questioned whether the studio was prioritizing diversity over the essence of the original characters. This debate highlights the delicate balance Disney must strike between modernizing its narratives and staying true to the beloved stories that fans hold dear. With the cancellation of Tangled and the mixed reactions to casting decisions, speculation is rife about what other projects might face the chopping block. Could adaptations of Hercules or The Hunchback of Notre Dame be next? Fans are left wondering if these beloved tales will ever see the light of day in live-action form. The uncertainty looms large, and the stakes are high. Disney's willingness to cancel projects that once seemed like surefire hits indicates a significant shift in strategy, one that prioritizes audience sentiment over nostalgia. As Disney navigates this new landscape, the question remains, will they take the opportunity to explore original narratives that resonate with today's audiences, or will they continue to play it safe with adaptations that risk alienating their fanbase? The future of these beloved stories hangs in the balance, and fans are left speculating about what lies ahead for Disney's storytelling legacy. This pivot raises questions about the future of Disney's storytelling. Will the company embrace original narratives free from the baggage of nostalgia, or will it play it safe with sequels and side stories? The Snow White fiasco has become a symbol of a dramatic shift in the entertainment landscape, one where studios must navigate the delicate balance between honoring the past and appealing to contemporary audiences. The industry is evolving, and Disney must adapt or risk becoming irrelevant in a rapidly changing market. As Disney grapples with this new reality, industry insiders are speculating about what comes next. Some believe this could open the door for more daring original stories, allowing Disney to explore fresh ideas without the baggage of classic plots. Imagine a world where Disney takes risks on new narratives that resonate with today's audiences, rather than relying on the safety net of nostalgia. This could lead to a renaissance of creativity, where new characters and stories capture the hearts of a new generation. However, others think Disney will play it safer, opting for sequels or side stories that don't risk rewriting the whole fairy tale. This cautious approach might keep the brand afloat in the short term, but it could also stifle innovation and creativity in the long run. The challenge for Disney will be finding that sweet spot, creating content that honors its legacy while also pushing boundaries and appealing to modern sensibilities. Today's audiences wield significant power, and they are not afraid to voice their opinions. Social media has transformed the way studios engage with fans, and a single misstep can lead to a full-blown crisis. Disney's experience with Snow White illustrates the importance of listening to loyal audiences and the consequences of failing to do so. The backlash was not just a fleeting moment. It was a clear message that fans are no longer willing to accept subpar adaptations of their beloved stories. The rise of platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube has given fans a megaphone to express their dissatisfaction. Influencers and commentators have taken to these platforms to dissect every aspect of Disney's decisions, amplifying the voices of those who feel unheard. This shift in power dynamics means that studios must be more attuned to audience sentiment than ever before. If they miss the mark, the fallout can be swift and severe. The Snow White debacle also highlights a broader cultural shift. Nostalgia alone is no longer enough to guarantee success. Audiences are sharper, more skeptical, and less forgiving of what they perceive as corporate pandering. As Disney learned the hard way, trying to modernize cherished classics without a clear vision can lead to disastrous results. The film's failure serves as a reminder that audiences crave authenticity and respect for the source material. Moreover, the conversation around representation and inclusivity in storytelling has become more prominent. Fans are demanding that adaptations reflect the diversity of today's world, but they also want these changes to feel organic and true to the original story. The challenge lies in striking a balance between updating narratives for modern audiences, while preserving the essence of what made those stories timeless in the first place. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the era of safe nostalgia-fueled blockbusters may be coming to an end. Disney must rise to the challenge and create fresh, original stories that resonate with today's audiences. The studio has a rich history of storytelling, and it's time to tap into that legacy in new and exciting ways. Imagine a Disney that embraces innovation, exploring uncharted territories in animation and live action. What if they took bold risks on original characters and narratives that reflect the complexities of modern life? This could lead to a new wave of storytelling that captivates audiences and reignites the magic that Disney is known for. In the end, Disney's decision to halt live-action remakes signals a significant turning point for the company. The Snow White saga serves as a reminder that even the most iconic brands must adapt to the changing landscape of audience expectations. As we look to the future, the question remains: will Disney embrace this opportunity for growth and transformation, or will it retreat into the safety of familiar stories? The studio is left to pick up the pieces of a once promising strategy, navigating a new reality where the power truly lies in the hands of the fans. The Snow White fiasco has shown that audiences are not just passive consumers, they are active participants in the storytelling process. If Disney can harness this energy and create content that resonates with its audience, the future could be bright. If you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. We want to hear your thoughts on Disney's biggest shakeup in years. Was this a needed reset or a massive missed opportunity? What do you think the future holds for Disney? Catch you in the next one. You won't want to miss what's coming next.